Okay, that's it for now. Make sure we're iced up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the 76ers out in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, nice job they've been doing over the last 10 games. 8 wins and not having too many problems. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Let's go to the
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Look at Orlando. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
This is one of those games when you look at your calendar, it's circled before the schedule's even released. So it's one of the best rivalries we have in our league. And guys, this is the one you do not want to miss.
No doubt about it, because it seems like these two teams always have a reason to be angry at each other, a little chippy at the very least, and that brings out the best basketball in both of them.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Payton kicks to Oladipo from the line. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
Exactly. They were the aggressors. They played a grinded-out, gritty style that they'd be wise to emulate tonight.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here is Harris. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
Freak passes to Covington. And stolen by Harris. Now here's Payton, guarded closely. To the inside, Okafor with the steal. And now the fast break, Stevenson with the ball. Covington's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Harris misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Gordon dishes to Oladipo. Here's Vucevic. He sinks the 11-footer. Vucevic has got his first points of the game. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Freak. The three-pointer is right on target. And you're in the NBA, time becomes the most precious resource. And but from what I hear, Freak has been making the most of it by getting in extra work when he can.
Well, it's not always easy to find time to do all the things you want as an NBA player, but it's nice to hear, really encouraging to hear that Freak values honing his skills as much as anything else. You've got to keep that a priority when you're an NBA player.
Lets it go from the wing. Orlando grabs the miss. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Here's Freak after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Pass to Okafor. Here's Stevenson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Milwaukee.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
So on the floor for Orlando, the backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. Tobias Harris is out there with Humphries, and it's Vucevic in at the center position. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He had 37 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He carried his team the whole game and was responsible for most of the offense in that contest, guys.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
And here's Freak after the three-pointer from Victor Oladipo. Embiid the screen. Here's Freak. That one rolling around and rims out.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Freak. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. And a wide open look for Freak. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Picked by Vucevic. Payton drives in, dishes it to Vucevic, and that is good.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Kerr's checked in. For Philadelphia. And a change for the Magic. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Harris. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Now here's Freak. He had 37 points in the win against Milwaukee. Gordon kicks to Humphries. Goes up at the stripe. The shot by Payton. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Philadelphia leading by 11. Picked by Okafor.